Here are 10 reasons why Bakersfield, California is a great place to move to. Number one, we have an affordable housing market. Bakersfield's pricing is way different than Los Angeles, the Bay Area, the coastal communities. It is a breath of fresh air as far as home prices are concerned, to where you can get the kind of house you're looking for at a more reasonable price based off of the majority of what California has to offer. Number two, high rental demand for investors. So investors love the Bakersfield area because the rents are pretty high and the housing prices are pretty low. So it ends up being a good structure for investors to cash flow well on their rental properties. Number three, a growing housing market. Bakersfield is home to a lot of new industries that are coming to the area. For example, the Tejon Ranch is getting a casino, the Hard Rock Casino. So that is going to be 5,000 new jobs in our area. And that's only about 20 to 25 minutes from town. So it's obviously an easy place to get to from Bakersfield. And also, it's going to create all kinds of jobs, all kinds of new employment, all kinds of new construction, all kinds of new, you know, infrastructure that has to get built around it and all that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of opportunity happening in Bakersfield because of that. Also, there's a lot of manufacturing. There's a lot of distribution centers that are happening here locally. So there's a newer Target distribution center. Amazon just built a huge center out by the airport. And so there's, just tons of jobs that go into all of that sort of thing. Obviously, there's oil here, there's agriculture here. There's a lot of job opportunities in our local area, which is nice to be coupled with the lower housing prices, of course. So, number four, FHA and VA friendly. So, FHA and VA have loan limits, the most amount that you can borrow for those types of loans. So, for example, let's talk about FHA. FHA's loan limit is $524,225 in Kern County. That equates to about a $543,000 purchase price with just doing the 3.5% minimum down payment on FHA. $543,000 for a purchase price gets you a really nice house in Bakersfield with a backyard, with a 2 or 3 car garage. I mean, some of the nicer parts of owning a home are there in that price range. So it makes it accessible to more people by living in Bakersfield. Number five, space to grow. Bakersfield is in a nice little pocket of the valley here in the middle part of California where there's plenty of open land around it. So there's plenty, we are not landlocked by any means. There's plenty of room, and there's also plenty of room for, larger areas that have more acreage and things like that. We're not so tight and tucked in like the bigger cities. Number six, first time buyer incentives. So California has the Cal HAFA program. So the California Housing Finance Authority offers down payment assistance. So if down payment and having money saved up is the issue, there are programs in California that are available in Kern County that can help you finance a home. Number seven, lower property taxes. So our lower property taxes in Kern County means that lower based off the average of California. So we have very low taxes in Bakersfield specifically against elsewhere in California. So we're somewhere usually around 1.35, 1.4% as a tax rate. And that can fluctuate up to about 2% depending on where you're going here in town. So, for example, a place that has 2% taxes more so than the 1.3, 1.4% is Shafter area, which is just at the north end of Bakersfield, where there's the Gossamer Grove community. So that community has a lot of infrastructure that had to be built around it. Now, I've been here in Bakersfield since the 80s, so that used to be a dirt lot, right? So now it's not a dirt lot. So they had to build, they had to put up street signs, they had to build, roads and sidewalks and gutters and sewers and all that kind of stuff out there. So there's a lot more of that in the taxes as those things get paid off, that infrastructure that was put in. All right, number eight, strong community and family oriented lifestyle. That is the great thing. It has a small town vibe with some of the bigger city perks. I always tell people we are a one horse town. Okay. Our PF Chang's has one horse in front of it instead of two. It's still a PF Chang's though, all the same. You can go get the same food. It's just a little smaller than the ones in LA or the Bay Area. So we love the fact that we have a strong community and a family oriented lifestyle. So we do things more of like the small town vibe. The thing that I really like the most is great churches, there's great schools, there's great things to do for families. There's a lot of like cool play zone areas you can take your kids to. There's MB2, which is a cool go-kart spot. There's Kids Empire, which is a huge play area thing that's like multiple stories high. It's fun. Anyway, there's a lot of that kind of good stuff here. Number nine, convenient for remote workers. So if you're currently living in Los Angeles and working remotely and not having to commute into work, Bakersfield is a perfect place to be if you can work remotely because we're only about an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes from Los Angeles, as you can see. And so we're pretty close. So if you have to go in once or twice a month or something like that, an hour and a half, an hour and 45-minute commute is not that bad to get to work, to do something here and there, right? And then work the rest of the time at home in a house that you could afford, in a more comfortable community, in a place that doesn't cost as much to live. It's perfect. And finally, number 10, room for appreciation. Again, the housing prices here are low. So as our area builds, as these new employers come to town, as new opportunities come, we have room for our housing prices to tick up, which is always good if you're already a homeowner, obviously. And so we have room for that to appreciate well before we're ever going to get to Los Angeles or Bay Area levels as far as home prices are concerned. Anyway, I hope this is helpful. Bakersfield is a great place to live, lots of opportunity. It's thriving, and we are excited to be here. I'm excited to work here. And go Dodgers. Have a great day, everybody.